What if one day someone living with HIV woke up and didn't need their medication anymore? No daily pills, no reminders on their phone, no fear of what might happen if treatment is interrupted. For over 40 years, HIV has been part of millions of lives around the world. Today, thanks to modern medicine, HIV is no longer a death sentence. People can live long, full, healthy lives. But there is one thing that hasn't changed. The virus never truly leaves the body. So the question scientists, doctors, and patients are all asking is simple but powerful. Are we finally close to a cure? To understand that, we first need to understand why HIV is so hard to eliminate. Current treatment, called antiretroviral therapy or ART, works incredibly well. It can reduce the amount of virus in the blood to such low levels that it becomes undetectable. At this stage, a person cannot pass HIV to a partner through sex. This is a huge medical achievement. But HIV has a survival trick that makes curing it extremely difficult. Even when ART suppresses the virus, HIV hides. It slips inside certain immune cells and enters a sleeping state. These hidden copies form what scientists call latent reservoirs. They don't make new virus, so medicines can't target them. The immune system can't see them either. But if treatment stops, the virus wakes up and begins multiplying again. This hidden reservoir is the biggest obstacle to a cure. When researchers talk about curing HIV, they usually mean one of two things: a sterilizing cure, where every trace of the virus is removed from the body, or a functional cure, where the virus remains but is permanently controlled without the need for daily treatment. It may sound impossible, but we have already seen rare cases that give real hope. You may have heard of the Berlin patient. He was living with HIV and later developed leukemia. He received a stem cell transplant from a donor who had a rare genetic mutation called CCR5 delta 32. This mutation makes immune cells resistant to HIV. After the transplant, his body's immune system was essentially rebuilt with HIV-resistant cells. Years later, the virus never returned. Similar cases like the London patient and the New York patient have shown the same result. These cases proved something once thought impossible. Curing HIV is biologically possible. But there's a catch. Stem cell transplants are extremely risky, expensive, and used only for life-threatening cancers. They are not a realistic cure for the millions of people living with HIV. So scientists are looking for safer and more scalable solutions. One major strategy is called shock and kill. So the idea is to shock the sleeping virus out of hiding using special drugs. Once the virus becomes active and visible, the immune system or additional therapies can kill the infected cells. Think of it like flushing the virus out of its hiding spots. Early clinical trials show it's possible to wake the virus, but completely clearing all infected cells remains a challenge. Another exciting area is gene editing. Using powerful tools like CRISPR, researchers are trying to edit a person's immune cells to remove HIV or make the cells resistant to infection, similar to the natural resistance seen in cured patients. Some early human trials are already testing gene-edited immune cells to see if they can fight the virus more effectively. There's also growing hope around broadly neutralizing antibodies, often called BNAbs. These are lab-made antibodies designed to target many different strains of HIV. In some studies, these antibodies have allowed people to stay off their usual HIV medication for months while keeping the virus under control. Researchers are now testing whether combinations of these antibodies could provide long-term viral suppression. Therapeutic vaccines are another promising approach. Unlike preventive vaccines, these are designed for people who already have HIV. The goal is to train the immune system to recognize and control the virus better, potentially reducing or even removing the need for daily treatment. Many experts believe the future cure may not come from a single breakthrough, but from combining multiple strategies: waking the virus, boosting immune defenses, and protecting healthy cells all at once. So, are we close to an HIV cure? The honest answer is this: we are closer than ever before, but we are not there yet. HIV is one of the most complex viruses scientists have ever faced, but today we understand it deeply. We have proof that cures are possible in rare cases. We have dozens of clinical trials happening right now across the world. And we have a global scientific community that has never stopped pushing forward. For people living with HIV, a cure would mean more than just stopping medication. It would mean freedom from lifelong treatment, relief from stigma, and a future without fear of viral rebound.